Hello plant lovers and welcome back to another video. I am Johan, the Nordic plant lover, and this is the channel where we plant seeds and watch them grow. This was originally just gonna be a quick video of me preparing my big avocado for the spring and summer, but during me filming these clips it was clear to me that my tree was not growing good at all and it was really in deep trouble. So this will instead be a video of me showing how an avocado tree looks when it's severely nutrient deficient. And I'm also gonna go through the processing of repotting this big tree again, because it's really about time. So let's go back in time to early spring and I will show you my poor tree. We have my big avocado tree here. And it has been looking really sad this winter. It has a lot of these brown leaves that are old and, kinda withered. But I've noticed that it has a lot of new growth coming up now, because spring is here in Sweden, so the tree is really getting ready to put out on some nice growth. So you can, if you look closely, you can see these little shoots are everywhere on the tree. And I actually counted them, and I counted 30 new shoots on this big tree. So I'm gonna give you a little look from the other side here. There's another one. Here we have some nice growth as well. They are everywhere if you look closely. And here, this is the side that is facing towards the window. You can see that the tree is desperate for some sunlight. And this window here is morning and early day sun. So I'm just gonna cut all the bad leaves off from the tree, and then we will wait a couple of weeks and we will see how the tree develops. Okay, there we go. Not much leaves left. I had a couple of fresh ones up here that I kept. So it has something that can soak up the sun. So yeah, let's wait a few weeks and we will see what happened to all these new growths. I was really excited to see all this new growth, and I thought this year would be a super strong year, and I was thinking the tree would finally grow back to where it was prior for me moving to this house, when I had to cut it down a lot. So let's go back to the middle of May. So it's really early in the morning. I woke up early and I had nothing to do. There's this thing that has been bugging me for a while, and that is my big avocado tree here behind me. It's not really growing as it should, and usually this tree should be growing like crazy now. It hasn't really been living up to my expectations this year, and I'm a little bit worried. So I'm gonna show you what I mean. So I showed you these new growths that has been shooting off all over this tree, and they haven't really been growing as good as they should. A lot of them are looking this red, and they kind of, grow out, and then they just fail. And also the leaves are looking so thin. Not very. This one is pretty good though, and it's also been dropping a lot of new leaves like that. You see, they're looking kind of, brown and miscolored. I'm not really sure what's up, and I'm actually really worried about my tree. So I've been up for a while, and I didn't really show you this. I didn't think to film it. I had this old mulch over the top here. So what I did was I removed all the old stuff, and then I put a new fresh layer of soil on top of it like this, and I thought maybe you know, these surface roots need some more fresh soil. And then I put some old avocado leaves that I saved up in a bag, just in case, you know. So I put them here, and now I hope it, maybe it helps. If you look here at this set of new leaves, you can see this leaf has already gone bad. And that is not supposed to happen on such a new leaf. You can see here, this is a really bad one. It has some new growth still going on a few spots. So that is good. I wish it would be able to keep all that though. This one looks pretty new and healthy though. I will dig a little bit in the new soil and see if we can see some roots. Here, these are some fresh surface roots. That is a good sign, that is a really good sign. It means that the tree has noticed that we put some new soil over the old one and starting to grow these new surface roots. And that is really good, I'm happy to see that. This roots looks really healthy. So at this point I realized the tree probably needed a repot. I was debating with myself if I should wait until next spring instead of doing it in the middle of the growing season, so I decided to wait a little bit longer and see how the tree reacted after me adding that top layer of soil. And now let's move back to present time. The tree is still looking really sad. There are some new growths, but they are not as strong at all. This new branch here, however, that I showed before is getting some growth, but it's still a very slow rate. Oh, there's the cat. I never really go to the other side of this tree because it's placed in a corner. So I'm a little lazy, so I haven't really noticed this, but I saw lately that this tree has gotten severely sunburned. Look at this, it doesn't look healthy at all. It's almost completely black. This has never happened to me before. I had avocado trees in sunny windows before. I never seen a sunburned trunk before like this. So this is really bad. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to turn the tree around because it has some leaves and foliage to this side, but this other side is completely unprotected from the sun. Even though this is morning sun, it's quite enough to sunburn the trunk, and that is really alarming. I really hope it doesn't damage the tree any longer after I have turned it around. Seeing that sunburn on the trunk, it really gave me a bad feeling, and I really blame myself for not taking proper care of my poor tree. When the tree lacks nutrients, it has less protection from outside factors like pests and stuff. And I think this is also true for sunburn, because I have never seen it before on a trunk on any avocado trees that I have grown. Now it's really clear to me that the tree is in desperate need of new soil, and I'm hoping it's not too late. So let's get on with repotting. So let's start by just removing this mulch that I have, and I just put it aside and I will use it later. Like that. And now I will see if I can pull out the tree from the pot. It might be stuck pretty good there. Just gonna give it a few bumps first, make it easier. Gotta get a good angle for this. Maybe if I go in like this. Yeah, that was pretty loose. Oh shit. Ah, it's heavy, man. So I'm gonna give you a close-up of the roots. There is some pretty root-bound stuff going on here. I'm gonna have to remove a lot of these outer roots and add some soil. So I'm gonna use this trusted bread knife to cut off some of the roots from the tree. So I'm just gonna start chopping off some slices, and I think I will keep like maybe 50% of the soil in the middle like a ball, and then I will add soil under it and around from the sides. So I'm just gonna chop it up first, the sides like this, and then I will do a little slice from the bottom too. The roots are looking kind of weird here on this side. It is the sunburned side, so this is the side that's been towards the sun, and maybe that has done some damage to the roots. I'm gonna show you a close-up and see. So this is what I mean, the roots here. They're looking this white. Look here at the things that I removed. This is not what normal roots look like. Is this mold or is it something else? Some disease? It has a white powder to it too. It's pretty deep. I'm gonna have to see if I can Google and see what that means. But I didn't see that on any of the other sides, just the side that was turning towards the sun. This is the sunburned side of the tree. Let's go on with the repotting. So I'm gonna see if I can tilt the tree over so I can cut a little from the bottom. I wonder if I can just do it like this without knocking something down. Oh. Yeah. So I'm gonna add a fresh layer of leca balls first in the bottom of the pot, and then I will add some soil. And this is the soil, Mediterranean or citrus soil that I used. It has some pre-added nutrients and it's good drainage, so I like to repot avocado trees in this one. Hopefully I have enough left in the bag. So I'm gonna lift the tree in the pot and hopefully I filled it enough, and then I'm gonna add some soil to the sides. See what angle it is best to attack this. Come on, big boy, you can do it. Yeah, that is pretty good. That is pretty good. Now the tree can stand for itself. This is a good opportunity if you want the tree to tilt a little more to some side. You can actually put it down, a little diagonally in the pot, and you can change the tree's angle slightly if you want to. And actually, I think I will do that because the tree was a little like this. So I think I want it to stand a little more like this, maybe. So let's add some more soil. Crap, I ran out of soil. So the store was closed where I buy my soil, of course, so I had to go the next day. I didn't want the exposed roots to sit too long without having soil over them, so I added off camera. I'm just gonna show you a little quick. So here it is, how it looks right now. There are some of the roots still above surface, and that is because I tilted the tree so they're a little bit higher up. I'm gonna re-add this mulch, And hopefully these roots can stay a little moist under the mulch. Just gonna give this a little soak of water. I like to water like all over the mulch like this, so it gets, you know, moisture stick in all those little cracks and crevices. There we go. I promised to post an update later this year so we can see how the tree does after this repot. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you soon in another video. Until then, plant a seed.